Sahasrara Chakra, the crown chakra. The crown chakra, when open from the top of your head, one feels the pouring of cosmic energy entering the entire body and cleansing every cell of your body. This chakra receives its energy from Akasha, the sky. The sky is vast, so is the cosmic power. It is infinite, beyond the imagination of the human mind. So huge, so compassionate, that it pours all the cosmic energy into the instruments to keep them healed, healthy, and peaceful. To understand this chakra, let us understand the concept of a place of worship. I'm going to take the example of a temple now. The rishis, the sages who meditated, understood that the humans in future would only be occupied with their external senses. They could see the vision of how the human beings would not understand their power, because all the senses when occupied outside is a foot to the ego, and soon the humans may lose touch with their divine power that is within them, and so they created something called the place of worship, from where each one of us are able to connect to our inner power. All of us would have visited place of worship. I'm taking an example of the temple today. The temple, when built according to the ancient science, when you enter such a temple, you will first notice that the temple is situated on the banks of water energy, river or sea. It is situated on the top of a mountain or in the forest. So traveling to such place itself starts the inward journey. For those who are working from the heart would love to go to temples situated on the waterfront. For those who are carrying the bliss energy would love to go to the mountain top. For those who are into peace energy will seek temples inside the forest. Accordingly, one is drawn towards the different forms of gods. Those who are very intelligent are always attracted to Ganeshji. Those who have a lot of faith, believe in the faith energy, are attracted to Hanuman. Those who are very disciplined, obedient, would like to lead a disciplined life, will get attracted to Ram. Those who are full of joy, into singing, dancing and other creative forms, get attracted to Krishna. Those who are meditative would like to have quiet time, will get attracted to Shiva. Thus there are various forms of gods and goddesses we get attracted to depending on what we are seeking. Each one of us are so different. Hence the rishis thought that we needed different forms so that we can connect to that particular form and start our inward journey. For instance, the Devi Shakti, those who are attracted to the Devi Shakti are people who are looking for motherly love. Now, hence we have so many gods and goddesses in form so that we can relate to them. And the mind is able to relate to the human form because they themselves are human. Accepting a human form as a superior creation becomes easier, so these gods were given forms. When we go to the temple, we are only entering our own body. The rishis have beautifully made these structures to remind us again and again every treasure is inside us. Whatever we are seeking, the unconditional love, peace, bliss, everything is inside. So if you look at the temple, when you enter the temple, you leave your slippers, which is symbolically the ego, behind, and you walk barefooted. When you walk barefooted, most of the structures are stone structures. You can feel the energy entering from the earth into your feet. That's where your journey starts. If you meditate for a few minutes and recollect your visit to a place of worship, all your thoughts would only be good. Either you would be praying for yourself, praying for others, or seeking to have a darshan. Thoughts like jealousy, greed, anger, grief, fear, insecurity, everything just disappears. That is the power of the place of worship. And the same power is inside our body, which is also a place of worship. As you enter the temple, you will see there is something called the Garbhagriha, that is your navel. The Garbhagriha is dark. So when you close your eyes and move inwards, first thing that you see is darkness. It represents the darkness. Inside the Garbhagriha, you will see a deity in the structure being in stone. The material that is made is from stone. Stone is your willpower energy, which is strong, which shows that the divine power is very, very strong. So it is made in stone and black in color. Black in color because the power inside you, as you start moving closer and closer to your divine power, you will find a heaviness in your navel, which is dark. As you go deeper into your navel, you'll start seeing colors. Those colors, visions that you see, are represented in the form of sparkling jewelries on the deity. So the deity is dressed with various jewels which sparkles, which shows the same energy that you carry in your navel as you travel inwards. The deity is also dressed with beautiful garlands. The flowers represent the subtleness of the energy, like peace, the lavender healing energy, translucent white peace energy, the golden color bliss energy. Then you have the light blue, dark blue, all these unconditional love, joy, pink, all these energies are very subtle and they're represented by flowers in the form of garland. That is why deity is dressed with garlands and jewelries. All these things you will see in your inward journey. You're being reminded again and again that your body is a temple and everything is inside. You hear the bell ring. When you hear the bell ring, your alertness remains towards the deity, towards the darshan of the deity. That bell also, ringing sound also, you will hear inside your navel during your inward journey. Then there is the agarbatti, the fragrances that so many seekers in our sessions have experienced. So many fragrances that you can smell when you're meditating. Again, to remind you that everything is inside. The priest has now closed the Garbhagriha with the cloth, which is thick, that is stopping you from having darshan. And that thick cloth, just before you reach the Garbhagriha to take darshan, is your ego. The last part of ego, called the anger, is that screen that closes the Garbhagriha. Then, with the help of Diya, he pushes open the curtain and shows you the God inside with the lamp. That lamp or the light is your soul, and that takes you inward journey towards the divine power inside you. The person who's showing you that light is your Guru, who's inside you, your inner Guru, who leads you into the inward journey. Just above the deity to the top is called the Gopura, which is on the structure of the temple in the top of that. That is the point which is crown according to your body. That is the crown of the deity, that is symbolically to tell us that the energy is flowing from the top into the body. So exactly in the Gopura is the crown for the temple, and on the top of our head is the crown. Energy starts flowing from the crown. There is a tradition in the South Indian temples where they place a crown on the top of God and then touch each one of your heads with that particular crown, which is symbolic of when you realize your powers inside you, then the crown opens automatically with the blessings of the universe. That's what it means. One has to understand to pass the line to reach the Garbhagriha, and when the ego disappears, when you get darshan of your own power, after that you are able to understand that everything is inside, and that is when the crown chakra opens automatically. Once all your other chakras are open and ready, automatically the crown chakra is opened by the cosmic energy, which is very eager to energize you and to pour into you. Understanding this temple journey will help us understand that the crown chakra opens with the divine grace of the cosmic energy, which happens when you cleanse yourself from inside. So when we are ready and cleansed from inside, then automatically the Sahasrara chakra opens. For people who want to pray, meditate upon this chakra, Om is a very good cleansing method. Keeping awareness of the incoming breath on the navel and the outgoing breath on the top of the head. If we can chant Om, becoming aware of Om traveling from your navel upwards to the heart, to the throat, your forehead, and then to the top of the head. If you are able to keep the awareness, then it becomes easier for you to cleanse all the lower chakras and become ready to receive the cosmic pouring. Om is very, very powerful, and the sound can be heard for those who are in the audio mode. When we go into the inward journey, and with the help of Shravana, if we silence ourselves, we are able to hear the Omkar, Makar, so many Sanskrit slokas. You are able to listen to your body talking to you, the sound of the bell, the sound of water, shank. Many such sounds you'll be able to hear. Next 15 minutes now, we are going to do the Omkar. With the incoming breath, keeping awareness on the navel, slowly breathe in, and as you breathe out, say Om. Celebrate life by allowing the cosmic power to enter into your body. Your body is a temple. Keep it cleansed and receive the darshan of your inner powers to keep yourself healthy, prosperous, and in complete joy.